So I think it is like long overdue that we do a chatty updates video because I have updates. By the way, whenever I was getting ready today, I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna do something really simple. It'll just be like simple, casual, subtle, you know, like neutral colors and just straight hair. And then something went wrong along the way and I'm not quite sure what happened, and we have this look. But I'm actually going to talk a little bit about this later in the updates video. So in the interest of trying to make my videos slightly more structured, here's some of the topics we're covering today. We've got why I've been away from YouTube. We've got announcements for another really huge live stream that I will talk about in a minute. If you don't know, we did one recently. We said we were going for 12 hours. We actually ended up going for 19 hours, and we're going to do another massive one soon, so stay tuned for that. We'll have some small attic update. A little bit about me just trying to get my life kind of organized because y'all know it's a mess. Current fashion influences. Updates I want to make to like haul type videos. I posted a little bit about this in the community tab and you're all very helpful, but I won't discuss that a bit. And then maybe a little bit about more video plans. Okay, so why I've been away from YouTube. There is gonna be a little bit of negative Nancy stuff in here because generally, you know, if I'm away from YouTube, it's because some things went wrong. But it's not gonna be too much negativity, and I'm gonna try to fly. The cat was making noise. It won't be too much negativity and I'm gonna just fly on through it, so it's okay. So, reason I've been... My hearing just really changed and I can't really describe how, but something just happened. I don't know if it just got clearer or what happened, but that was strange. Okay, so the reasons I've been away from YouTube, there's a few of them, there's quite a bunch, it all just kind of piled on. So for one, like the big one is, in the winter, I am sad. And I have SAD, literally. SAD is seasonal affective disorder, so you guys know I already have, you know, mental health problems. Those darn pesky mental health problems. I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for those meddling mental health problems. But yeah, no, I do get kicked in the butt quite a bit by my depression, and in the winter it is like 10 times worse. And I just turn into like a miserable, like tragic, woe is me blob. Which, you know, you guys might be annoyed that I'm not doing YouTube videos, but I can guarantee you'd be much more annoyed if I was doing YouTube videos in that state because they wouldn't be fun. So yeah, that has been a big problem throughout the winter. It's gotten a little bit like better in the past week because like the sun has come back and spring is coming out, and I saw a bumblebee like 2 days ago and I'm like, oh, so that has like lifted my moods. Oh, speaking of bumblebees, that's another update. I got a new tattoo, a new shiny tattoo. This is all stuff you guys know if you follow me on like Instagram and stuff, but oh well. Here we go. Here is my bumblebee. It's a very big bumblebee. It's hard to like show it straight on, like it's straight whenever I put my arm down, but trying to twist my arm around to show you guys obviously doesn't work so well. But yeah, it's a big old bumblebee and I love it because I've always loved bumblebees. There's no other like symbolic meaning behind it. I've just always loved bumblebees ever since I was a kid, so I got a giant bumblebee and it's so detailed and I love it. Some people asked me if I'd do like a whole video on it, and I did get some of it recorded, but like not enough to be like a whole vlog, so I don't really know how to do a video on it. So if you guys want, like if you guys like have questions you want answered about it or anything that I can kind of structure into a video, leave them down below. Okay, back on track. So yes, winter makes me miserable. And then from sort of like the early part of the year and especially like early to mid-February, a friend of mine from America had been over visiting for a while and she was leaving like mid-February, so I was just trying to like soak up as much time with her as possible and going on as many fun day trips with her as possible before she had to leave. So obviously, you know, I was sort of prioritizing that, but I mean like I might not see her again for like a year or more now, so I want to spend as much time with my friend as possible, so I was away for that. And then everything just kind of went wrong, so you know, she went home and I was like, okay, time to buckle down, time to get into the old YouTubes. And I was like already sad because my friend had left. And then my hard drive broke. My hard drive that had so many of my videos pre-recorded on it broke. I can't feel, there is like a professional working on it. Every time I mention it, everyone's like, have you tried this? And I'm like, yes, I do have a professional trying to fix it. It's just he's really busy and he hasn't been over. More about that in a minute. But it's like something to do with the readers, and like he showed me, he's taken it all apart to try to fix it. And it's like there are readers and there's guiders, and like usually like it goes like this through the hard drive or something, but like one of these is broke and like hanging off. I don't fully understand it, but he did kind of show me, and that's the gist of it. And so basically what are like, it's looking unlikely that we'll be able to recover anything from it, but there is like one last ditch effort. And basically I've bought the same hard drive as mine that was made in the same factory as mine in the same month as mine, if you get me. So it's like as close as possible as it possibly could be to mine, and he's kind of going to butcher that one and take the part from mine that's broken from the new one and try to put them together and see if he can salvage any of the data. We don't know, but I'm hoping I can get some stuff back, because I know I lost Spooky Box Club unboxings. I'm trying to figure out what I can do if I don't ever get those back, because I'm really bummed about that. And like, I think a moon box, or Witch's Moon it's called now, unboxing, and like a bunch of other fun videos that I'd made, and like hauls that I'm gonna have to refilm now. So I lost a ton of stuff from that. So I no longer had like, you know, my backlog of like pre-prepared videos that just needed edited. So between that, you know, catching me off guard, and then the fact that it broke and I lost so much stuff just bumming me out, I really lost motivation. So there was that. I just gotta run through this fast. I'm not doing a good job. So yeah, I thought that was gonna be a quick fix. It hasn't been, because as I say, the guy's busy, so he has not been over much, so I haven't had much luck getting that sorted yet. I am still hoping. The only reason we actually got that one Spooky Box Club that I uploaded was I didn't even realize we still had that one. I actually thought that had been lost as well, but turned out I forgot to delete that off one of my cards, and I found it on there, and I was like, so that's why that actually came out so late, was because like, oh my god, I didn't know I had this. So plus I didn't want to like put it up anyway, because, you know, out of order, but then I was like, screw it, I'll do it. But yeah, so that was just luck. And then beyond that, there was Jake's band had a show, so there was a lot of preparation for that, and then there was that, and then there was the party, and then a friend of mine had like a really big crisis, so there was that. And to tie it all up in a bow of why I've been away from YouTube is simply YouTube sucks. There's been so many issues going on. They have like openly admitted to not like notifying people of videos, not putting videos in sub boxes and stuff, and like it's just really demotivating. Like I don't have the same like drive and passion, like yeah, let's make great content as I used to, because it gets like less than half of the views that it used to. And it's like not even something that's my fault, although I still feel like it's my fault, so then that makes me even more sad, but I know it's not, but I feel like it is, do you see? Like I have friends of mine who literally have over 2 million subscribers. Like it's not just me, it's like, it's sad watching it happen to my friends as well as me. And I've like friends who have over 2 million subscribers, and they're getting like 20 to 30,000 views a video now. Like when they used to get, you know, like hundreds of thousands, and it's just so sad. Like YouTube is just choking the life out of certain channels. Like the algorithm changed, and like just everything, like all my views just like, like crashed and burned, and it is demotivating, you know? Like it just feels like, well, no one cares, so why bother? And it's not that no one cares, it's just that YouTube sucks. So that's why I've been away. That's a big whole update of what's been happening for pretty much the entirety of this year so far. So on to, we have another big live stream coming up. We don't know how long we're gonna go for, like I said, because last time we said like 12 hours, but then it was like, I feel great, let's go for another 2, and another 2, and another 2, and then like we got to 18 hours and it was like, yeah, I feel great, we could go to 20. And then about at 18 and a half hours, it was like, no. Both of us just lost energy. So we ended the stream at 19 hours, which is like a big deal for us. I don't know like what it's like for the streamers you watch, but for us, like considering we've only ever done like 4-hour streams before, that was like, wow. So we are going to do another really big stream on the 31st of this month, 31st of March, 2018. What year is it? 2018, I think. Yes, we're going to do another stream. So it starts at 12 p.m. UK time. We've said that it's going to go for 16 hours, but that's kind of a minimum. We've just like allowed ourselves in case we feel tired that day. But we've said like a minimum of 16. We might go longer. We might even beat our record. There was like a whole bunch of people last time who actually managed to stay like, if not for the entire 12 hour or 19 hours, almost the entire 19 hours, which was crazy to me. And there's like a bunch of people, you know, who watched this for ages, went to bed, woke up, and they're like, what the fuck, why are you still streaming? We're like, still going strong. But it was fun. We played like loads of games. We did like silly stuff like the Whisper Challenge live on stream. We hit a bunch of donation goals, which was fun, and played some silly music. And yeah, it was like really good fun. Oh yeah, and one of the donation goals was for me and Jake to like smoosh cakes in each other's faces, and we hit that goal. So then Jake ran out to the shop while I held down the stream, got cake, and then we ended up just like smashing cakes in each other's faces. So that was all manner of fun. So yeah, definitely tune in for the next one. It is going to be so fun. I need to really clarify. I keep saying it, but then I feel like no one listens, because then someone got mad at me, and once again the other day they're like, oh, she streams where you have to pay to talk to her, and I'm like, no, Twitch is free, guys. It is very free. There are different paid options. Like there's a subscribe option where like you get like little perks, or you can like, you know, donate if you want to, but like none of that's necessary, and like you're not missing out by not doing this. It's like, if you want to do this thing, that's great, you know, thanks, that helps us a lot, but you don't have to. It is free. So very free. You just make an account and away you go. So free. Cannot make it any clearer than that. So yeah, I haven't figured out exactly what all different goals and like funny silly things we're going to do on Saturday stream yet, but there is bound to be a ton of just nonsense again. The last one was definitely a lot of fun. I think this one will be too. So if you missed out on the last one, definitely swing by. And also, like, even if you think you're out of the window, you know, like slightly of when we'll be streaming, come by our Twitch anyway, because like we might still be going, you never know. But I will put a link obviously down to the channel in the description and on the screen so you know where to go. My camera card's about to fill up and I don't have a hard drive to put things on. Fun. Next up is attic updates. There aren't a ton, but there has been some movement, which is exciting. In the form of, we got it like much cleaner than it was before. Like I went up there on my own. I'm very proud of myself. There was like a lot of heavy crap and I'm like not good at cleaning, and I did it on my own. But yeah, I went up there and like cleared out everything. It's not like totally cleared out. There's still a bunch of stuff that needs stored somewhere still, and kind of like in the side, like under the rafters down the sides, but like the actual main floor was like cleared. And which was impressive, because before there was like this much space to stand in and the rest was just towers of boxes. So yeah, proud of myself. But yeah, so that has been cleared. The landlord has come out and had a look, taken down all the measurements he needs to, and so the next step is just to start actually doing things. So I think the first thing is we're going to get new insulation put in, which is the landlord's job. Like that's one of his responsibilities. So just waiting to hear back from him to find out when that's been done, and then we can start working on more steps. So there has been a bit of progress, and that's exciting. So yes, pat on my own back for clearing out the stupid dusty attic that made me wheeze. Right, I'm gonna stop this and restart it because I know it'll just cut off halfway through me speaking, because I know it's about to fill up. And we're back. Okay, where did I get to? Real quick, on the subject of things breaking, it's not just my hard drive, by the way. My camera right now is literally falling apart. I posted a picture on a few of my social medias, and it like part of it pretty much just fell off. It is now being held together with duct tape, because not today, Satan, I will get my videos done. But yeah, because that's usually the thing that would knock me on my ass, and I'd be like, do you know what? No, I give up. But it happened the other day as I was about to record, and I was like, do you know what? No. I'm gonna duct tape this son of a bitch back together and we're gonna keep going. So yes, it's being held together by duct tape. My laptop is not doing super well. It is going really slow. The battery is screwed. And my phone also, the battery doesn't work at all in cold weather. Like even if my phone has like 70% battery, if I go outside my phone dies, which is not useful. And also like one of the microphones is broken. Like everything in my life is breaking, and I'm like, I don't have money to fix all of this nonsense. So yeah, everything's just falling to pieces, but I am doing my best. Okay, so the next update was sort of like trying to get my life a little bit back on track, you know, a little more schedule, a little more structure, especially now that, you know, the spring is coming in and I should hopefully be feeling a little more bright and breezy. So we actually joined a new gym, which is fun because I didn't really like the old gym, and the new gym has like a swimming pool and like hot tubs and a sauna and a steam room, which is fun, but I'm mostly just excited about the swimming pool because it's the only type of exercise I genuinely enjoy. Partially because it's fun, and partially because like I hate getting sweaty, and that's one of the reasons I hate exercise. And when you're swimming you can't get sweaty. So yeah, I'm excited about the swimming pool. I haven't had a chance to go yet though. I just like need to get everything sorted. The one downside though about the gym that is like bumming me out, and I didn't know before we joined, which is annoying because it's like much more expensive than our old gym, but we have like cut out other costs to like balance it, you know, so it's like we're not expending more money, we've like cut back on other things so it works out the same, you know what I mean. But it is a lot more expensive than our old gym. There are kids everywhere, and I'm like, for one, in a gym that seems dangerous, but it's like everywhere. They're running all over like the lobby. Jake was trying like boxing the other day, you know, it's cardio, and he was like right in the middle of like a really intense session, and like a dad with his kid comes over, stops him, oh, excuse me, and makes him stop. And he's like, oh, can my son's just go use this is okay. And then the kid just runs over and starts punching it. By the way, there was a different punching bag that no one was using that the kid was previously using, but the kid wanted to use Jake's punching bag, so the dad thought it was appropriate to come over and stop someone in the middle of a workout, tell them to stop what they're doing so his kid could just go nuts on this punching bag, even though there's a free one. So that to me, if I had been there, I probably would have been in a real bad mood, because I'm like, but if that was an adult, that wouldn't fly, so I don't know why it should be any different for a kid. But other than that, I am like really excited for the swimming pool and such. I'm just gonna really try to go like at points of the day when kids are hopefully gonna be in school. I don't know what we're gonna do during the summer holidays, that's gonna be a nightmare, but mostly I'm aiming to just go when kids are in school so it won't be so bad. Every time we've went so far, we've kind of timed it badly and ended up around the time that apparently children are not in school and they're everywhere. So yeah, that sucks. But the new gym is cool, and like we've been walking there, so that's like extra exercise, you know, on top of like whatever we do at the gym. It's like a 2.5 mile walk or so. So I just got an email from my old gym. they know I left. But yeah, so like the 2.5 mile walk there, and then like 2.5 mile walk back, and then like all the stuff at the gym. So getting more active, and I've got like my diet sort of balanced a bit more, because I kind of like, I really fell off the wagon for a little while there, but my diet's kind of balanced out again. It's like healthier and better, so that's good. We are in the process of trying to sort out the house a bit and like reorganize things, like especially storage. The next big project that we're going to tackle tomorrow is the closet, which right now is just a swamp of clothes, like almost taller than me basically, so it's not good. So we're going to try to tackle that tomorrow so that everything will be nice and organized and better. And yeah, so all of that together is good, and hopefully will start getting me in a better headspace. And I've started sort of planning out videos for the next while, so I've got my calendar up. I'm like, record these on this day, upload these on this day, so I'm going to try to stick to that and just budget my time better. So hopefully things will be more active over here. Fashion influences, which again like kind of comes into what I'm wearing today and stuff. There's a lighthearted side and like slightly less hard side, where like I have a lot of fashion influences, which really isn't a secret, but somehow still manages to shock people. But there's a lot of different fashions I like, and like my main fashion will always be something in the realm of goth. Like that is like my main sort of thing. But there's so many fashions I enjoy that like aren't even vaguely goth. Like for instance like Decora, Menhera I've really been enjoying, and like Fairy K and stuff. And the only reason you don't see me wear those fashions typically is because my wardrobe doesn't have the building blocks of those kinds of outfits really. So I can only really do like inspired looks, but yeah, it's mostly just because I don't actually have a lot of like clothes. Like all my clothes are black, and those are some very colorful styles. And like contrary to popular belief, I don't really buy stuff very often. I don't have a ton of money to like go and like buy a whole new outfit in one go or anything. So because of that, my wardrobe really never gets a chance to get like new pieces like that, if you get what I mean. Especially it's like, you know, a lot of my clothes, like you guys know, are sent to me by very sweet companies, which is very nice. But because my style is mainly goth, it's obviously mainly going to be more goth influenced clothing companies that are going to send me clothes. Like, you know, if like a super like cutesy kawaii clothing store sees my channel, they're probably not going to immediately think like, hey, we should work with her, because like my channel as it is doesn't reflect their thing. So that's really the only reason that I don't wear those styles. It's not like anything else. But then anytime I do sort of get more colorful clothing pieces and like wear them, like for instance like that pink hoodie that I have that I love, there are some people who like really freak out and like, oh my god, she's not goth anymore, she's leaving goth, you know, banning goth, she's changed. And I'm like, I really haven't. Like anyone who's known me for a long time, like way before YouTube, knows that I've always been into like those types of styles, like different J fashions and stuff. And like my channel art and like my Tumblr art and everything has always had a lot of pink. So I never understand why people like lose their minds whenever I wear pink. I'm like, this isn't new. So yeah, and like, but because of that, I feel like sometimes I do shy away from wearing like more sort of cutesy colorful styles on YouTube, because so many people did find me, you know, through more like goth oriented videos, and I feel like I can't wear things then that aren't goth, because then people will be like, like, she's not goth anymore, panic. So I almost like kind of tone myself down in a different way, which is silly. Like I shouldn't fear judgment for dressing in alternative fashions from people who are also into alternative fashion, but it just so happens to be quite different alternative fashions. So just a warning that I'm gonna wear whatever I feel like. Sometimes it is going to be like dark and vampire and mysterious. Sometimes it's gonna look like a rainbow and a unicorn had a baby and then that baby threw up on me, if I ever get the wardrobe to support it. So just like shit, like no one panic, no one ever think that I'm like abandoning anything. This, like, these interests have always been part of me. I just don't have the budget to reflect it outwardly. So yeah, definitely like that is something that I am in the middle of right now, is I'm really inspired by those types of fashions. So like I said, Decora, Menhera, Fairy K and stuff. For like Decora influences, I'm like really inspired by Kodabayashi. She actually has a channel here on YouTube, and she is so cute, and like she always has such cute hair and like super colorful clothes, and I love her. So yeah, things like that, maybe like I just want to wear a rainbow. But yeah, so there's definitely influences of that, and I've been doing like little crafty things as well. Where for like those sort of styles, I started playing with, I don't know what they're called, like melty beads, perler beads, beads, and I made like a big old pink and blue syringe. I made like a red and white, like a pill with little wings. And I made a little gloomy bear, so these have been really fun to play around with. But yeah, I eventually want to turn some of these like into necklaces to put into like different like menhera fashion and stuff, which is like sort of like, you know, kawaii and like pastel colors, but with like kind of morbid motifs. So like, you know, a lot of medical stuff, you know, like bandages, syringes, blood, you know, it's like, it's cute but also dark in a way. So yeah, I want to like make some of these into necklaces for like those types of outfits, you know, if I don't break them first. But yeah, so those have kind of been some big fashion influences for me right now. As you guys know, I kind of work in waves. I'll get like a big wave of like everything is pink, and I'll get a wave of like I want to look like I was dragged out of a forest, or like I want to look like just Hufflepuff, you know, and it just like it comes in waves. And right now we're in like a very pink, cutesy, kawaii wave. So don't you worry, I'm still the same me. I just go through different little fashion. I don't like using the word phases, because to me like phase sounds like a temporary thing, like you're in and then you leave. But for me it's not like I like this, no I don't like this anymore. It's like I like this, no wait I like this, no wait I like this again, no wait I like that, you know, so it's something I always come back to. So yeah, something like that. Okay, we're almost done. So the next thing then is update to haul videos. So I am going to kind of like overhaul the way I do haul videos, I think, a little bit. Not because of like nasty rude people who were just complete arseholes. They can go away. But there were some very helpful people who were like, hey, could you mention this thing? And like my hauls have always been very casual. That's just the way I've done things on this channel. And I definitely want to keep an element of that. I don't want to become like super like rigid, you know, like corporate, right? Because it's like first and foremost, it is just like, hey guys, these are some cool things I got that might inspire, like, you know, outfits for you. But, you know, I do then want to also be helpful where I can, so I asked in a community post about different things to sort of work on. I'm basically going to work out like a category script. So like not a script, but like, you know, like a list of things to mention for each clothing piece, because like a lot of things I just kind of take it as a given. Like if I don't mention it, you can assume that like it's okay. For instance, like I'll feel like, oh, you know, I wish you would mention whether things are true to size. And the thing is, I do if it's not. If something fits me the way I expected, then I just don't mention it, because like you can assume that I'm like, you know, if I'm not complaining about it, it fit the way I expected it to. But obviously that wasn't really translating. So I'm going to, for instance, I'm going to like, you know, add a little category. It's like for sizing, this fit the way I expected it to, or this didn't, but like, you know, I'll like mention it either way now, and like just different little sort of things. So I've like started compiling like a list of what I'm gonna do, and I'll just be like a few bullet points, and I'll be like, I'll answer each one of those for each piece of clothing. I just need to find it in a way that won't make the video like 300 times longer. So yeah, I'm gonna be working on little things like that to, like I said, I want to still keep the fun, just casual friends hanging out aspect of those videos, but I will try to add a little bit more structure for you guys. Although I do want to mention, just like especially with sizing, because like people have started, like in the last video there was just a bit of drama and people got a little bit too nuts about it. And so for my part, I'm definitely going to do my best to try to make sure you guys have as much information as possible on those things. But you also have to remember that whether it's like sizing, quality or whatever, all I can do for you is give you my own personal opinion and experience with the things that I get. So like all of the pressure shouldn't be on me to like make sure that you get something like that is perfect for you, that fits you perfectly, and that is the perfect, you know, like I'll do as much as I can to be helpful, but like all of the pressure shouldn't be on me. So yeah, just a bit of give and take. But yes, I'm like reworking the structure of those so they'll be like on point. The camera battery thing is flashing at me, so I gotta go. But the last thing I wanted to mention was video plans. So I've got some fun stuff coming up. I especially have some fun like transformation type videos that I want to do, especially like with some people as the form of like a style swap transformation. I'm not gonna give like all of it away yet because I have like some fun plans. But yeah, I've got some stuff like that coming up, and just a bunch of other like videos that I'm trying to work on, some fun like different things. So I will do my best to get some of those out. Oh, okay, so as always, you know, if you have any video suggestions, leave them down below. I can't promise everything, but I will see what is possible and add it to my list. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Also check out my Patreon. We are on our way to our goal. I said I wanted to reach 250 people in our little Patreon family. I think we're up to about 150 people. I don't know where we were last time because it does go up and down month to month. You know, like people come in, people drop out. But yeah, we're at about 150 people, so we're 100 away from like the first Patreon family goal. And if you join, you can also join in on our private Discord chat, where you can just come by and talk to me and the other lovelies whenever I pop in, just randomly in and out, and there's always someone in there to chat to, and it's a really lovely supportive group, so it's fun to be part of. Oh, I think that is everything. I love you all very much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, lovelies!